Good morning ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs of 21st February. First question is, India's first full dome 3D digital theatre was inaugurated in which of the following cities? Right answer is Kolkata. So India's first full dome 3D digital theatre was inaugurated in Kolkata. It was inaugurated by Union Culture Minister Mr. Mahesh Sharma. If we talk about Kolkata, it is the capital of West Bengal. Presently, Mr. Kesarinath Tripathi is the governor of West Bengal, while Ms. Mamata Banerjee is the chief minister. West Bengal was also in news as recently Father Francois Laborde was given highest civilian award of France. Father Francois Laborde is also from West Bengal. West Bengal was also in news as the state government has announced Krishak Bandhu scheme to address the farm distress. Apart from that, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh have withdrawn the general consent for CBI investigations. West Bengal was also in news as recently it announced its decision to exit from Ayushman Bharat scheme. Next question is, which country has launched its first semi-heavy missile-equipped submarine Fateh? Right answer is Iran. So Iranian President Mr. Hassan Rouhani has recently launched country's first semi-heavy missile-equipped submarine. The name of this system is Fateh. If we talk about Iran, the capital of Iran is Tehran and Mr. Hassan Rouhani is the president of Iran. The Ramsar Convention on Wetlands also held in Iran. It was signed in 1971. It was signed on 2nd of February and that's why 2nd of February is World Wetlands Day. The theme of this year was wetlands and climate change. If we talk about India-Iran, Chahbar Port is a India-Iran joint venture. On the other hand, Gwadar Port is a joint venture of Pakistan and China. Iran was also in news as recently Germany, France and UK set up EU-Iran payment channel. The name of this payment channel is Instex. Instex stands for Instrument in Support of Trade Exchanges. This has been registered in Paris. This will allow European countries to continue trade with Iran despite US sanctions. US had reimposed sanctions on Iran after withdrawal from Iran nuclear deal. Next question is, Wallace Smith Broecker, the renowned climate scientist, has passed away. He was from which country? Right answer is USA. Professor Wallace Smith was from USA and he popularized the term global warming. He recently passed away in New York. If we talk about few other personalities, recently Mr. George H.W. Bush passed away. He was the former president of USA. Apart from him, recently Mr. Norman Gimbel passed away. He was a Oscar and Grammy winning lyricist. In addition to him, recently Mr. Stan Lee passed away. He was an American comic book writer. Next question is, which sportswoman has won 2019 Qatar Open tennis title? Right answer is Miss Alice Mertens. Miss Alice Mertens, who is from Belgium, has won Qatar Open tennis title. If we talk about Qatar, Qatar was also in news recently as it has won 2019 Asia Cup football tournament. Qatar is a Middle East country. The capital of Qatar is Doha and the currency of Qatar is Qatari Riyal. Qatar was also in news because of its decision to withdraw from OPEC. OPEC stands for Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. If we talk about Belgium, it is a European country. The capital of Belgium is Brussels. Belgium team also won Men's Hockey World Cup 2018 by defeating Netherlands. This World Cup held in Kaling Stadium in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. If we talk about Brussels, Brussels is also the headquarters of NATO. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Recently, NATO was in news as Macedonia signed an accord to join NATO to become 30th member. In addition to that, Macedonia has also signed an agreement with Greece to change its name to Republic of North Macedonia. So this North Macedonia will be the 30th member of NATO. It will join alliance in 2020. If we talk about Republic of North Macedonia, the capital of Republic of North Macedonia is Skopje. Now coming back to NATO, NATO was also in news as recently Slovenia became first NATO state to appoint a female army chief. Slovenia has appointed Ms. Alenka Armenek as Army Chief. Next question is, Namvar Singh, who passed away recently, was the renowned writer of which language? Right answer is Hindi. Professor Namvar Singh was a renowned Hindi literary critic and author. He recently passed away in Delhi. If we talk about few other personalities who passed away recently, Mr. Atin Bandyopadhyay, who was a renowned Bengali writer, also passed away. Legendary filmmaker Mr. Mrinal Sen passed away. Mr. George Fernandes, who was a veteran politician, also passed away recently. And Mr. Ramesh Bhatkar, who was a Marathi actor, passed away. Mr. Lenin Rajendran, who was a Malayalam filmmaker, also passed away recently. And Mr. Alec Padamsee, who was a ad filmmaker, also passed away. And Mr. Ambrish, who was popularly known as Rebel Star and who was associated with Kannada cinema, also passed away recently. Next question is, who won the World Sportsman of Year Award at 2019 Laureus World Sports Honors? Right answer is Mr. Novak Djokovic. So, gymnast Miss Simone Biles and tennis player Mr. Novak Djokovic has won Laureus World Sports Awards in Monaco. In addition to that, golfer Tiger Woods won Comeback Award, while tennis player Miss Naomi Osaka won Breakthrough of Year Award. Mr. Novak Djokovic and Miss Naomi Osaka were also in news because of Australian Open. Miss Naomi Osaka won women's single title in Australian Open, while Mr. Novak Djokovic won men's single title in Australian Open. Recently, a Jharkhand-based NGO, YUVA, also won 2019 Laureus Sport for Good Honor Award at Monaco. This NGO works for the girl empowerment. If we talk about Monaco, it is in Europe and the capital is Monaco City. Recently, the head of state of Monaco, Prince Albert II, was on official visit to India. Next question is, which insurance company has launched a new micro insurance plan, Micro Bachat? Right answer is LIC. So LIC, that means Life Insurance Corporation, has recently launched micro insurance plan Micro Bachat. So for the first time, micro insurance plan has been launched, providing a coverage up to 2 lakh rupees. Therefore, this plan is available for standard healthy lives only in the age group of 18 to 55, and they can avail the benefits without undergoing any medical examination. If we talk about LIC, it is Life Insurance Corporation. It is a government corporation. It was founded in 1956. The headquarters is in Mumbai, and presently Mr. Hemant Bhargav is the acting chairman of LIC. Next question is, who won the Lifetime Achievement Award at 7th National Photography Awards? Right answer is Mr. Ashok Dilwali. So the 7th National Photography Awards were presented by Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting, and the photographer Mr. Ashok Dilwali was given Lifetime Achievement Award. He is known for his work on Himalayas. If we talk about few other awards, recently Mr. Siddharth Lal, who is the MD and CEO of Eicher Motors, was named EY Entrepreneur of Year 2018. In addition to him, recently Indo-Canadian filmmaker Ms. Deepa Mehta was selected for Lifetime Achievement Award by Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television. And recently, Tagore Awards for Cultural Harmony were announced. For 2016, the award was given to Mr. Ramvanji Sutar. For 2014, it was given to Mr. Rajkumar Singhjit Singh, and for 2015, it was given to Chayanut, which is an organization which promote Tagore's ethos. In addition to that, recently Mr. Frank Bainimarama, who is the Prime Minister of Fiji, has been conferred with Sustainable Development Leadership Award at World Sustainable Development Summit in New Delhi. Next question is, which state government has decided to host 79th session of Indian History Congress? Right answer is Madhya Pradesh. So the Madhya Pradesh government will host the 79th session of Indian History Congress. It was earlier supposed to be held at Savitri Phule, Pune University. However, it was cancelled because of financial reasons. If we talk about Indian History Congress, it was established in 1935 and the first session held in Pune. If we talk about Madhya Pradesh, recently Madhya Pradesh government launched Yuva Swabhiman Yojana for urban poor youth. Madhya Pradesh government was also in news as recently it created spiritual department. Earlier, Madhya Pradesh government was the first in India to create happiness department. Now that happiness department will be incorporated into spiritual department. Madhya Pradesh government was also in news as recently election held in Madhya Pradesh and Mr. Kamal Nath is the new chief minister. Recently the state government announced a debt waiver scheme for farmers. The name of scheme is Jai Kishan Rin Mukti Yojana. In addition to that, recently Madhya Pradesh notified Konho Wildlife Sanctuary as National Park for the facilitation of translocation of Asiatic lions from Gir in Gujarat to Konho in Madhya Pradesh. Next question is, Operation Digital Board is associated with which of the following purposes? Right answer is digitization of education. So recently MHRD, that means Ministry of Human Resource Development, has launched Operation Digital Board. The move Operation Digital Board, the objective of this move is to revolutionize the education system by providing adequate digital infrastructure for education. That means by ensuring digitization of education. If we talk about several other initiatives taken by MHRD, recently MHRD announced that India will participate in PISA after a 9-year boycott. PISA stands for Program for International Student Assessment. India will participate in 2021 PISA. PISA is organized by OECD. OECD stands for Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The headquarters of OECD is in Paris in France, and OECD conducts PISA every 3 years. MHRD was also in news as recently it constituted a task force to look into the issues of suicides of students in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. The head of this task force will be Mr. Jitendra Nagpal. Apart from that, MHRD was also in news as recently it launched 70-point grading index in order to assess the quality of school education in the states. Thank you, and that's all for the day.